guys, it's John. It's Monday, January 6, 2014, and for today's video, I want to give you some cool tips to reducing stress in your life. Stress is something that affects everybody. In fact, it can lead to more serious conditions like mental illness. Too much stress can cause depression, and it can cause you to even take your own life. Believe it or not, there have been people that have done that. It's serious, but you need to find ways every single day to reduce stress in your life. Especially in the diabetes world and in the world of weight loss, it's one of my 5 big tips. You don't just have to eat healthy, you need to exercise regularly. You need to stay hydrated, and one of the biggest things is, besides sleep, is stress management. Stress can overtake your life, and we don't want that to happen. So here's a few things you can do right now. Try and shut off everything in your life for about 5 seconds. That means turn the computer off, turn the TV off, turn the cell phones off, turn everything off for 5 bloody seconds. Okay? Close your eyes. I don't want to hear anything in the background, aside from me. And take a few deep breaths with me. Breathe in through your nose, inhale very deep into your body, and exhale through the mouth. Ready? Let's go. Now, you could do more. You could do less. And you could probably sit there laughing at me thinking this is the stupidest thing you've ever heard. You probably think it is. But honestly, allowing yourself to get away from everything for just a few moments, allowing you to clear your mind and your thoughts of everything, and allowing you to focus on nothing but the fact that you are taking a deep breath, really can bring some clarity into your life. Especially if you use this technique anytime you get really stressed. What it also allows you to do is start fresh. So maybe you need to take 10 or 15 or 20 breaths before you can even get back to reality. And a lot of the times when you're in a very stressful situation at that moment, stopping and taking those 20 deep breaths can really mean the difference. Another thing, if you're in a stressful situation, remove yourself. You know, sometimes you can't just stand there while somebody's berating you and making you feel like garbage while you're trying to deep breathe. So excuse yourself from the situation. Find a way to get out. Go to a washroom and take that time to breathe. A lot of times if you're in that situation and it gets really stressful and you try to do something, it ends up backfiring. A lot of the times you let the stress overcome you and you say things and you do things that you don't really mean or you should have thought about before you actually did them. Been there, done that. So I find that by removing myself from the situation and allowing myself to take time to think about things before I act makes the big difference. Another thing I want you to realize is if you're sitting at home and you're feeling stressed because you don't have money or because you're overweight, blah, blah, blah. Here's a good thing. Get your ass off the couch and go do something. Okay? Don't just sit there. Now, as you can see, I've just come back from a run. And that's one of the things I like doing to help reduce stress in my life. Going out and actually hitting the road and going for a solid run or even a walk. It could be as simple as you walking down to the end of your street and back. You know, if you're not physically active, that's fine. Start slow and build yourself up. But the fact is, you're getting out, you're getting fresh air, you're doing something, and you're being healthy. And hey, you're burning calories, and that's where it counts. Another thing you might want to do is reflect. Take a journal, start a blog, start doing daily vlogs like I do. Find a way to get your emotions out. Because a lot of the times if you harbor the emotions in you, you're not really dealing with the problem. You're just bearing it and bearing it and bearing it until finally one day you realize the shit hits the fan and you go cray cray. It's like you've seen a lot of those things in the media about the shooting in Connecticut and the shooting in Aurora, Colorado. Things like that. Those are people who have let things harbor for so long and don't know how to deal with emotions. Now, again, those guys pretty much had a mental illness. And again, if you don't deal with the stress, it can build up and build up to the point where it drives you to the point of insanity. And you then have a mental illness. So you need to talk about things. And that leads me into my next one. Communicate. One of the biggest reasons why people have so much stress in their life is because they don't talk to anybody. They have so much financial stress Yet they're too afraid to call Susie Orman. They're too afraid to go to credit counseling. And a lot of times they're too afraid to admit it to their spouse or significant other that the money's in trouble. If you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and you don't live together yet, sit down and talk with them and say something's going on. A lot of the times the stress overcomes us and makes it worse because we don't talk to anybody. Have a good friend that you can really confide in. Have a family member that you trust that you can sit down with once a week for coffee and say, you know what, something's going on, I need your help. Ultimately, when you talk about it, we're more able to get help and deal with the problem, and the stress is more likely to go away. The final tip I have for you is simply this. Find at least 1 to 2 minutes a day, preferably before bedtime. This is what I try to do, where you can unwind. What you basically want to do is, at the end of your day, you've probably felt like the whole world hit you in the side of the head. And you just need to relax, take a deep breath, and, calm yourself down. Sometimes people have sleeping problems and disorders because of the stress. They can't sleep. And I find that by going to bed feeling like you've put today away really makes a difference. At the end of the day, maybe it's as simple as doing a few bedtime stretches. Maybe that's when you get the chance to do your big deep breathing for about 1 minute or 2 minutes. Maybe you have some soft calming music or a song that warms your heart. Whatever you choose to do something that is light, brings you joy and happiness and can kind of take you away from the world for just a few minutes. When you're finished, put yourself right to bed, because most likely you felt so good and joyful that you want to let things go. And remember, what happened today, and tomorrow's a brand new day. So when you go to bed, know that whatever you did today is in the past, it's done, it's dealt with, and you can't change it anymore. Say to yourself, I'm going to sleep well, and tomorrow I'm going to start with a new, fresh, revived attitude, and I'm going to take the day on with all the vigor I can. And you know what? It'll make the difference. And finally, my final tip is my 5 steps to health and wellness. If you want to reduce stress in your life, you just got to do these 4 other things. 1, eat healthy. By eating a healthy, balanced diet every day, you're not only living a healthy lifestyle and you're managing your weight, but it really helps to reduce stress. Exercise. I hear it all the time in so many Facebook posts that prescriptions are the biggest medication out there. It costs you an arm and a leg, and it's so expensive. And it can cost you your life. But exercise is the most underutilized antidepressant medication ever. So, get out there. Be active every day. Remember to stay hydrated. Sometimes you could be cranky and irritable and stressed because you're not properly hydrated. A lot of the times when you're not hydrating your body properly, it really affects your internal systems. So make sure you're always hydrating yourself with that great H2O stuff. Remember to get good quality sleep every night. 6 hours of amazing, perfect, wonderful sleep is much better than 8 hours of gyrated, crappy sleep that is broken up into sets. Okay, so we're not looking for quantity, we're looking for quality. And remember, practice stress-reducing techniques every day in your life, and you'll be on your way to leading a less stressed, amazing, stress-free life. So I hope you learned some tips today that you can take into your own life. And one more thing before I go, I wanted to tell you that I'm going to start doing some giveaways and contests. So I wanted to do my very first contest today. And in memory of the new year, in honor of the new year and leading a stress-free life, I am giving away this Bath & Body Works Golden Sugar Scrub. This is a Eucalyptus Spearmint from their aromatherapy collection called Stress Relief. It's a brand new, retails for $17.50. I just purchased it last week at full price. This is not a discounted item. It is so fantastic. I can't tell you what it smells like because it's never been opened yet. So it's a beautiful product. It retails for almost $18 with tax. And I'm going to be giving this away. So essentially, all I want you to do is go into the comment section below. I want you to like this video. I want you to share this video and post in the comments below, A, liked, B, shared, and C, one way you are trying to reduce stress in your life, like one tip you could share that helps you reduce stress in your life. I'll randomly, through a random draw, pick the winner at the end of the 2 weeks. So it'll be on the 15th of January, and I will post that on the video for that day. So please enter in by the 15th of January, and you can win this gorgeous $18 Bath & Body Works Golden Sugar Scrub Eucalyptus Spearmint Stress Relief. It's so awesome. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and have a great day. Bye, y'all.